Today I'm doing something a little bit different. We are going to be looking through some of my online content at some of the most popular comments and questions that I have received about the wholesale business, and we're going to address those right here on this call so you guys have access to all of these answers. So starting off with question number one, Angelique was asking, what do you email and say to suppliers, and can you make a video on that? This is the video for you. So when you guys are reaching out to your suppliers, maybe a brand, a distributor, whatever it may be, the most important thing you want to say is not that you are an Amazon seller, but rather a retailer and maybe an online or e-commerce retailer, right? We don't have to say Amazon seller, right? There's eBay, Walmart, Amazon. So reaching out to distributors or small brands is going to be absolutely the most important part in the beginning of the business. And I think this is where people either kind of throw themselves under the rug without meaning to, or they're not exactly sure, how to approach this. So I'm going to put this on screen. It's very, very simple. I'll put it in text, but this is exactly what I would say in a basic email, or especially if I am calling. I think that's a really important part, is if you're serious about landing a certain account, certain supplier, pick up the phone and call. But here's an important tip, is a receptionist may not be the right person to be speaking to. You need to speak with somebody that can actually help you answer questions about maybe the brands a distributor carries, what type of volume they typically have in stock, what other companies do they typically service, which tells us more information about how that distributor works. But to answer this question, I would say something along these lines. So, hello, my name is Mike. I'm the owner of blank business. We're a retailer based out of whatever location. I'm in the Midwest, and I'm interested in opening a wholesale account. Keep it short and sweet. Like if you're gonna do this as an email, what I do like to do underneath this, if it's an email, is say, here is a few specific brands we're interested in. But again, if you are reaching out to any type of company, make sure you're speaking to like a decision maker, somebody that can actually send you an application, answer questions about brands and products. All right, question number two from Audra de la Vega. So they are asking, how do you avoid them being Amazon? How do you avoid Amazon sending the customer a whole box of your product? I'm assuming like an entire case. And they're saying because they have ordered off of Amazon and gotten a whole box when they've only ordered a few pieces of something as a prime customer. So typically what happens when you do this is, this has actually happened to me before in the early stages of business. I was not aware that Amazon does not do bundling. If you pay for Amazon Prep at Amazon, one of their fulfillment centers, if you're paying for FN SKU labels or anything like that, they do not bundle units. And a lot of times this can, if you're sending in a pallet of product expecting them to make your 3-packs or make your 6-packs, or if the listing is a 12-pack and there's 12 units per case, you might have the opposite issue where you're selling on a case pack listing expecting Amazon to label the case pack as one unit, but then they start labeling individual units and you have this massive weird discrepancy on your inbound shipping report. So it can go both ways, but the way you actually avoid this is, one, working with a qualified prep center that understands how the listing is sold and exactly how you are planning to send the product into Amazon. If you're doing your own prep, I personally use 2D Workflow. I'll actually leave a free software link down below, a completely free trial for you guys for 30 days. And we use what's called a 3-in-1 label. So the 3-in-1 label allows us to identify an entire case of product as one sellable unit on Amazon. So if we are ever selling a single case pack of product as the case itself, we're able to just use 3-in-1 4x6 labels on the side of the product. I'll put a photo of a reference here. But to answer your question, that is typically what happens. It's a lack of prep. All right, this question here is from Guns Roses 506. It says, I have a hard time getting ungated on brands. I fulfilled all the requirements that were asked. So this can come down to a few different things. I know as a newer seller, whether you're jumping directly into wholesale or maybe you're doing some RA, OA, getting ungated seems to be a hurdle. You have brand ungating, ASIN specific ungating, categories, subcategory, whatever it may be. But as a general breakdown, you need 10 or more units from an authorized distributor or directly from the brand. You need an invoice. Here's the cool thing. Some retailers are still recognized. Now I'll put a photo up right here for you guys. This is actually pulled from our program Discord. But it's a list of retailers that you can actually buy from. I know a lot of products can actually be ungated directly from Target. just make sure on your target account you actually, in the second address line, put your business name. So it pulls the business name and your personal name onto the final receipt, final invoice. By printing that off and submitting it onto a specific healthcare products, beauty products, grocery, a lot of those categories can be opened up with some of the retailers that are listed right here. All right, in this question, Kayla Morrill is asking, is a business license needed specifically for the wholesale business model? So you're gonna need 3 documents. You need an LLC or some form of entity within your state. You need an EIN number. You can apply for this for free on the irs.gov website. So once you establish an entity, take your business information, it's completely free. Enter all your business information on irs.gov and retrieve your EIN number. That's kind of like your social security number for your business. So you can register for that and they will assign an EIN number directly to your business. The third thing you will need is a reseller's permit. It's also called a sales and use tax license, resale permit, wholesale license. Ton of different names for this depending on what state you're in, but those are the 3 core things you will need when it comes to opening up accounts with a brand for wholesale product or a distributor. The license is typically a paper copy you would scan and email over to a distributor, whereas the EIN number is simply a number that you would fill out when you're completing applications for distributors. So this one's a bit more of a statement, but I want to touch on it. It says, I have no issue finding distributors. Profitable pricing is a different process. I think what they're referring to is they found a handful of different distributors, but it seems like none of the products are profitable. So let me quickly explain why this is not uncommon and some things we need to consider. If you've seen any of my other content on YouTube, I always stress the fact of building the relationship with the supplier, but what does that actually look like? It's consistency of placing purchase orders, continuing to spend more and more with that company, you know, building rapport with your sales reps, communicating with them frequently, you know, becoming a great customer that they hear from often. And it gets to a point where you're spending, you know, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 with them, where you can start to kind of cherry pick certain products, make offers and say, hey, we really need to be around $7 on this. You guys are asking $8.75. Do you have any wiggle room on this? If we increase our quantities from 100, like our last order, up to 200, right? So anytime you jump up in quantity, there's typically an opportunity to have a conversation, and those conversations are how you start to negotiate. You know, it would be very uncommon for a brand new company to just go in and apply a 30% discount on anything and everything you want to buy, right? If it was that easy, I'd probably question it myself and say, okay, is everybody just getting this? Because now everybody's just at 30%, right? It's pretty much the same. So as the relationships grow, that is actually how you kind of manufacture your margin. And a lot of those products over time will slowly start to become more and more profitable. This will be the last one here, but this individual was saying, all my suppliers don't accept credit card payments. It's so annoying. So I ran into this. You're not alone. A lot of suppliers, they want some type of direct pull from the bank account or like a wire. Now, how you can go around this is using this service here called Melio. They charge you a small percentage, but it allows you to link a credit card. You can essentially charge the card, but send it as a wire to your distributor if this was the case. So it does come at a fee. Definitely read everything on the website, but I know a ton of people, including myself, I've used this service a few times. Essentially, it charges your credit card, so you can use your card, and I believe it's 3%. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now. Melio can absolutely help if a company only takes like check in person or wire. This is a way you can do it and also still utilize your credit cards. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a different style of video here, just answering some basic questions that I get through my TikTok or Instagram videos. If you have any additional questions and you would like me to make another video like this, please leave them in the comment box below. If you're in the process of growing a wholesale business or making the transition from like RA, OA into wholesale, and you're looking to get some guidance and some coaching where I kind of hold your hand, walk you through the next steps in your business and help you significantly scale, I'll leave a link below to my Amazon coaching program and community if you are really serious about scaling with the wholesale business. Thanks again, guys, for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.